So, yeah, I think it does mean begin again. I don't know. It's pretty weird. I still
All of
hear
his
that
co-workers
sound.
were gone. What could it mean?
Did you guys hear that sound?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We definitely didn't hear the sound on the first playthrough.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Abruptly stops.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
There are
admire
2 more
it.
things I want to try. There is the
But eager to get back to business.
Never mind. I did not mean to go this way because I just tried that, didn't I, folks? I am very smart. One more thing I want
Stanley
to
had
try,
never seen the office this brightly lit.
which is
Was it a sign of
restarting the
something?
machines.
He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
And then I think we'll see about transitioning over to something else.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Da-boom.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
And then nobody's here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Good night,
hoping
Mr.
he might
Jorgen.
find an answer there.
And we went down
Coming to
already.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I wonder whether my boss's office will be normal this time. Okay, yeah, it's normal because there's the executive bathroom. Okay.
The moment he entered
is
his
it,
manager's office,
8502?
Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too
I
much
don't
for
remember.
any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans,
Wait, I'm
half
crying
sobs,
suddenly? What?
the guttural retching
I don't
of
think I
life
was
from a
crying
man
last
denied
time.
any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour.
What?
But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation,
remember doing
he
that.
found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope
I don't
for
remember what the
Stanley's
code
future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible, yet incredibly, by simply pushing
Thank you,
random
Vanessa, for the
buttons on the
host.
keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
If you guys
by
haven't,
sheer luck.
if you guys haven't
Amazing.
seen Renessa, she
He
plays a lot of
stepped into the
Dota
newly opened
on stream.
passageway.
She's a lot of fun. She does cosplays too, so you guys should check her out next time she's live. And we go down here, and then this time I'm gonna keep the machines on. I think that's kind of like my only option, keep the machines on. Unless there was some other options here I didn't notice, but a lot of the stuff was gated off. We already did escape.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh yeah, I tried to press some buttons around here and I remember nothing happening. So we turn on the lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
Cheat?
secret
Oh,
did this
Vanessa,
place
it's
hold?
pretty fun.
Stanley thought to himself.
Faces,
Did he
AIDS,
have the
and
strength
nightless.
to find out?
We're doing, if you're gonna play it later, Vanessa, you probably don't want to watch any of it. It's like very interesting. Oh, we can actually read this text. Employee Observation Protocol, I think it is. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
We are 427
Each bore
or
the
something?
number
I
of an
never
employee
remember.
in the
Okay,
building.
we just lost it.
Stanley's co-workers.
Oh, there I am,
the
right
lives
there.
of so
I found
many
my office.
individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I did already go through the blue door about 7 llamas. That was the very first thing I did, was just say the exact opposite of what the narrator said. Doc, shoot, this is the first time I've played it. I am just checking out to see whether it says fired on my thing. Doesn't look like it does. We've actually already found a lot of endings, so I don't know if we will keep looking for them after this one. But yeah,
This
we've already found a bunch.
mind-control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
This is like one of the later endings we found.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
No worries, son.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
What we're trying now is turning on the machines. I actually tried to...
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy,
I tried
or sad,
fiddling with more stuff,
or content,
and it didn't
walking,
do much.
Eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I tried pushing all these buttons and it didn't do anything last time. That's why I was like, I think the only thing we have left that I know of to do without like looking up, you know, clearly secret things was turn off the machines. Oh, sorry, turn on the machines because we turned them off when we found this place the first time. Although that's a big button, which we cannot push apparently. I say, spamming the button furiously. But yeah, this is where I think like the last decision that we would find super easily. I mean, I'll probably look it up.
And when at last he found the source of the room's Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah, I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control?
Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
Oh.
If you want to throw my story off track,
hours?
you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh no.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. This is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
What?
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
What? What a joke.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
What was the 3 button?
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
It's nice.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Okay.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Thank you for the follow, Jason.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Oh, goody.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Okay.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me.
We're just gonna hide here and hope the bots don't kill us.
I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life
from the moment we fade in
until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Well, that was the ending to go out on, guys. Let's see if he has anything else after the cut, but those were kind of all of the obvious endings I was able to exhaust. We actually found quite a few. We've been playing for 2.5 hours. Wow. Okay, let's see if he says something different when I walk out here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, folks.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm just gonna switch over to Dota, because I think it's Dota time. On that note, holy Hannah, that was... Hey, Serpentine. That was weird. I actually really enjoyed that game, though, guys. I just want to say, I had a lot of fun playing this. Did we go downstairs? Yeah, Zumpa. We did most of the obvious, just 2 branch point things. We unplugged the phone. I tried to not pick up the phone. But yeah, that's gonna be it.